This is the NoSugarPlease Channel. And here today we have Anna. And today we're going to be making our famous Tres Leches.
We are going to start with our wet ingredients. So first, our butter. It's a whole stick of butter and it's melted. Then we're going to toss our 5 eggs. Then the almond milk. It's 1/4 of a cup. And finally, our vanilla. That's 1/2 tablespoon. We are going to mix all of the ingredients very, very well. Now that we have all of our wet ingredients mixed together, we're gonna add our dry ingredients. First, the almond flour, it's 1.5 cups. Then we add our coconut flour, it's 1/4 cup. Then our sweetener, it's 1/2 cup. And finally, our baking powder, that's 1 tablespoon. We are going to mix all of the ingredients together. As you can see, it's super simple to do. You can even do it with a fork or with anything really. But we have our hand mixer, so we're gonna do it that way. This recipe is so simple to do and you get this rich, creamy, sweet dessert. It's perfect when we have those cravings and we want something sweet, but we just don't want the extra carbs. You can see we finished mixing all of the dry ingredients and now we are going to put it aside.
So we just finished mixing all the ingredients and we have the batter right here. Now we're gonna be putting some butter in our pan so the batter doesn't stick.
We got our pan all buttered up and now we're gonna pour our batter. This is the consistency we are looking. It's not too liquid, but it is not too dry. So if it gets too dry, you can add a little bit more of almond milk. But if it gets too liquid, you can add a little bit more of almond flour or the coconut flour. Remember, the coconut flour absorbs so much liquid. And if you let it sit aside for too long, it's gonna get dry. So you can play with it until you get this consistency. Perfect. Now we're gonna put our pan in the oven and we put it at 200 Fahrenheit and it took about 30 minutes to bake.
So we just put the batter in the oven and now we're gonna make the milk. As everybody knows, or if you don't know, Tres Leches is a dessert with a cake and then you pour 3 milks. We're gonna mix 3 types of milk. So we have the coconut cream, and it's coconut cream, it's not coconut milk. We have the almond milk, that's unsweetened, and we have the heavy whipping cream. It's 1 cup of each. And our sweetener of choice, that's Erythritol.
We are going to pour our coconut cream, then our almond milk, and finally our heavy whipping cream. That's gonna be our 3 milk. And finally some sweetener, about 1 tablespoon. And it's gonna be 1 cup of every milk. We are going to mix all of our milks with the sweetener until it's a liquid consistency. It really doesn't take a lot of time. You can do it with a fork, as you can see in the video. And that's gonna be our filling.
We did our 3 milk mixture and we're gonna put it aside in a jar. And now we're gonna do our icing. It's gonna be 1 cup of heavy whipping cream and 1 tablespoon of your sugar of choice. Our choice is Erythritol.
We are going to mix 1 cup of heavy whipping cream and 1 tablespoon of erythritol. We're gonna mix it until we have a whipped consistency, so it might take you about 5 to 10 minutes. And if you put something cold under the bowl, then it's gonna whip a lot faster. We mix for about 10 to 15 minutes, and this is the consistency we are looking for. We are going to check our cake to see if it's done. We're gonna do the stick test, and it came out dry, so it's ready to go.
So we just took the cake out of the oven and oh my god, it smells delicious. So now we have to poke holes with the stick. You're gonna see how we do it.
These holes are gonna be perfect so when we pour the 3 milks, it soaks the cake. We went a little bit crazy with the holes, but it's gonna be perfect, I promise. Now we are pouring our 3 milk mixture, and we're gonna keep on poking the cake so that it soaks all of the milk. I didn't pour all of the milk that we had in the pitcher because we wanna soak it slowly. So when it soaks a little bit, we're gonna pour a little bit more of milk, and that's the process we're gonna keep on doing until we pour all of our milk. We want the milk to really be absorbed by the cake, so we're gonna leave it in the fridge for about 30 minutes and look at this perfection.
So now that we took the cake out of the oven, we pour the 3 milks into the cake. We poked those holes in the cake, and now we waited 30 minutes. We put the cake in the fridge for 30 minutes so the milk could be absorbed. And now we're gonna put the topping, the whipping cream.
This is our final step. You're gonna put the whipped cream on top of the cake, and then we're gonna sprinkle some cinnamon, and it's ready to eat.
This is really good. This is great. You're gonna love it. Just make it. It was so easy. We only took really like an hour and a half to complete, and the ingredients are really easy to find. So I really recommend you to make this cake. Thank you for watching.